selling your stones. I can't say that I'm a marketing expert. Mine is all, I never advertised. And I got lucky at the start. An appraiser saw some of my work and she loved it. And she said, I'll send you more work than you can handle. So it really took off from there. Also, I belong to a Southern Women's Jewelry Association, and the editor of the Southern Jewelry magazine was part of that organization. And I got really brazen one time and talked to her into printing an article about me and my gem cutting. And that, sort of got the word around. And I've had jewelers from all over the southeast and as far north as Syracuse, New York, Marietta, Florida, Friendsville, Texas, and all kinds of places like that over the years. So I've been plenty busy. So I guess you need to just get out there and show it to people, the jewelers. And I'll tell you, most jewelers don't like to put out any money. They like to do things without investing. So they usually want to just do things on consignment. I have one jeweler, they have a customer that's a collector. And she always wants to see anything I've cut of interest. So it's nice to have people like that. If they only knew they didn't have to go through the jewelry store, because the store doubles whatever price I put on anything, they double it. But I can't tell them that. That wouldn't be ethical. I know people who have done very well going online, having a website. Is anybody familiar with Pretty Rock? Yeah. I got to know them up at William Holland School, and they're a really, really nice couple. And they started their business online, and they had been at it for a year, and they'd already made $100,000. So they've really built it up since then. It's a lot better than it was then. Work, if you still work, a lot of us are retired, but some are still working, and you have a lot of people around you, that's a good place to start selling, and it just kind of spreads from there. They all have family, friends, and so on. When I first started out, my first sales were through my daughter who worked for the railroad, and she showed the stones to her coworkers, and they all wanted to buy some. So that's another way of doing it. Or you can use all those things. Depends on what a go-getter you are. But reputation is a large part of it. If you get the reputation of being good, and you're fair, and you're on time, and you'll take on most anything, and things like that, that all helps. I believe I covered everything. Did you say? Okay. Does anybody have any questions? One of the ways of examining it is at the edge of a lamp, and if you put your fingers behind it, it helps. And you just move it in every direction. And of course, you need to be using magnification. You use an optivizer? Yeah. Well, with that and refractol, good light, and moving it about, you should be able to see whatever's in it. And sometimes you can take a piece and, if it's a good big piece, you may, say, lose a third of it and save 2/3 or whatever. You just have to work with it sometimes. Well, if you move the stone around in the light, and the pen light's good too, and just, you're putting the pen light to the side, you don't go underneath or from the top. You look at it through the side and just move it around, you'll see what's there. You'll see all the way. And if you're just starting out, it takes a little bit of practice. You just got to keep looking and studying. He wants to know about buying Ethiopian opal. I did buy some in Tucson, but I have not cut it. I was always led to believe that it was not very stable, that it was bad about cracking. One of my students insisted on faceting a piece, and when he finished, it broke on him a couple of times, and he wound up with a small round. He started off from oval, and then it lost its fire, and it turned milky. So I don't know what to tell you about it, because I haven't had that much experience with it. But I think you need to be very careful with it. Oh, the coarsest lap with the opal, I would say a 600.